Now, if you're paying extra for foods made with avocado oil because you think it's a healthier option, a new UC Davis study says you may not actually be getting what you're paying for. Researchers at UC Davis tested 54 processed foods labeled as being made with avocado oil, including potato chips, mayonnaise, and salad dressings. They found that 89% contained other, less expensive oils, for example, seed oil. Researchers say they tested products sold online and in California stores during 2025 and 2026.
It's really a authenticity issue, meaning if the label on the products are what they say they are. In this case, avocado oil is high value and have high demand, and consumers are not getting what they're paying for. We're not trying to single out an individual company, but rather to show that there's a widespread problem in the authenticity of the oil that's used in some of these processed foods.
They say this was a very surprising find, and by comparison, researchers tested 20 olive oil products and found only one failed the same authenticity test. Scientists say they even accounted for natural differences in avocado varieties before determining whether products were authentic.
Especially for consumers who are trying to avoid seed oil, a lot of these adulterants are seed oil, and they think they're buying the better alternative and at a higher price. Unfortunately, there's not much consumers can do to tell by smell or taste if the product is authentic. So until there's some kind of enforcement, I would look for products that are third-party tested or verified.
Researchers say the issue may not be intentional on part of the food brands. Instead, maybe it is through the supply chain and suppliers that this oil is making it through. They say consumers who pay premium prices deserve products that match what's printed on the label. Jay, you and I were just talking about this story. I had just gotten a bottle of avocado oil when I saw this, and I went home and I was like, let me check. And I was pretty shocked. Well, a lot of these, like you see, the branding is always big, and they're a lot more expensive than other things because they're healthier. So she's like, we were pretty shocked when we found out a lot of them don't really have avocado oil.
Yeah, it can be frustrating because you think you're buying something, you're like the healthy alternative or whatever. And that goes for a lot of products you see in the grocery store shelves, like non-GMO, organic and all this. You think that you're just getting a healthy product, but sometimes there's additives and big question marks. So.
Or they say protein and people are like, that's the healthiest. So make sure that you check what you're buying before you put it in your cart.
Absolutely.